Welcome to the 3 Retro Movie Geek podcast with me, Rob Taylor.
Me, Scott Witham.
Me, Paul Constable.
What's that? Welcome to the 3 Retro Movie Geeks podcast with me, Rob, the Truffle Shuffle Taylor.
And me, Scott, I ain't got time to bleed with him.
And me, Paul, Saved Cocktail Constable.
And we're going to be talking about 80s and 90s movies from our childhood.
The greatest cinema era ever.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 8. Thank you for joining us. Today we are discussing this. Everyone. Yeah, high fives. Like we rehearsed that. Okay, yes, that's correct. We are discussing Police Academy. It's not Police Academy.
It's not.
No, it's not. No. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark, of course. And with me are a couple of old relics.
There we go.
It's Scott Well of Souls with them.
Well of Souls with him.
And Paul Ark of the Covenant Constable. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
And this is what we've done all week, is thinking of our middle names.
Right, yeah. Well, I've been trying to practice the singing, but that was good. Well done.
Yeah,
Thank you.
First take.
Excellent. Okay, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. I was only 1. I can't remember this.
81, wow.
Scott, you were a fetus.
I was a fetus.
I was at school.
Paul was at school, yep. A-levels.
Cheeky shit. Well, did they have A-levels back then?
I don't know.
Do not know.
Okay, I watched this the other day. I watched it a couple of times this week, obviously. Loved it.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Great film. You know, the introduction to the Indiana Jones character, you can tell it was its own thing. Like, it wasn't like they planned a trilogy, or at least I don't think they did. They planned it, they did its own thing. So it was its whole story, complete start to finish, to see whether it would sell, and then obviously the sequels come out after. But it's a great film, you know.
So good, isn't it?
When you just think of adventure, almost kind of swashbuckling, you know, treasure hunting, again in this theme of 80s treasure hunting. I know this was set in the 1930s, but yeah, we love the theme tune. We love the fact of going into old tombs and old ruins and getting artifacts and dealing with traps and all those things. It's just adventure. Again, kids' adventure. A great theme tune with John Williams and Steven Spielberg directing. Brilliant film.
The love child of Lucas and Spielberg.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
It's just perfect. I mean, I think we were discussing last week with Batman, the old intro to some of these films, like the orchestra. And I think this film particularly, excuse the pun, orchestrates that.
Yep.
Perfectly. Some of John Williams' finest work.
Yeah, it's our second John Williams. We've done Return of the Jedi, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it's our second John Williams 80s film. And John Williams is synonymous with some great films of the 80s. Nowadays, you're looking at like the Hans Zimmer, stuff like that, but John Williams for sure. Starts off a bit slow, doesn't it? It starts off very slow, kind of setting the scene. And the
Yeah, I love the start. It's like the start is like its own film.
Yeah.
It's like a miniature film, isn't it?
Sets the scene, introduces the character and the stakes and what it's all about. Some horrible bits with the old tarantulas. Scary stuff, but
yes, that's one bit when I watched it back I'd forgotten about. I'm not for one for liking spiders.
On his back in the start. Yeah.
There's
Well, when they did that, they put all male spiders, and they didn't move, so they put all the male spiders on his back,
right.
and nothing was moving. So
I would be moving.
Yeah, they introduced a female spider, and then of course all the men were like, the male spider was like, hello, and we're moving around, so it made it a bit more
gross.
Yeah, a bit more creepy crawly.
No, that's a movie role I would have to turn down, I think.
Wimp. What's that on your back? It's supposed to be a spider. Right, okay. Nearly called Indiana Smith.
Okay, I was going to say that sounds stupid, but Jones is the other.
Yeah.
The other.
Or Taylor.
Yeah. Indiana Taylor.
And it was nearly Tom Selleck playing the role.
Oh, I've heard this. I have heard this.
But
I don't think that would have been a bad thing to say.
Bad,
Tom Selleck is...
That's not bad.
Yeah, if you just forget about Harrison Ford for a minute and just say that he wasn't in it, and Tom Selleck was the role, you can see it, can't you? Mm-hmm. But he
I don't think Tom Selleck is like, when obviously we're recording this next week, the new Indiana Jones film comes out. Harrison Ford can still pull it off, and he hopefully does. Mm-hmm. But I can't imagine Tom Selleck still playing Indiana Jones in 2023.
No, maybe not.
He's put on a little bit of timber over the years.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit weird now though with Harrison Ford. He's 80.
Yeah,
it's a little bit silly, but I'm still going to go and watch it.
Well, that's why it's the third of our 3 June movies that we're covering because of
releases.
Yeah, you got Michael Keaton returning back as Batman in 30, 40 years later, whatever it is. Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford returning back as Indiana Jones when he's 80. Is that right?
Yeah, he's 80. He's
now.
80 or 81.
Returning as Indiana Jones. That's mental.
Maybe he's 80. Yeah,
that's a legend.
Mental. But yeah, legendary as well. So this is the third of our 3 kind of 80s but re-released films. Kind of covering those just to be kind of topical, as it were. So Dial of Destiny. I'm hoping to see it this weekend. I've heard mixed reviews, but again, the only way of finding out if you like something, not to listen to reviews, find out for yourself. So I'm hoping to see it this weekend.
I think if you like the other ones, I see no reason why you wouldn't like this.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
typically Indiana Jones. You know what you're expecting.
Yeah.
It's bound to be similar to the other films.
Bit of supernatural, bit of, historical. That's the thing I like about the Indiana Jones trilogy. There's a little bit of supernatural. It's not just about necessarily purely historical. There's a bit of like occult, a bit of religion.
Yeah, it's not just a bit of treasure,
magic.
is it?
It's not just a bit of treasure. There's a bit of magic associated, or a bit of voodoo, or a bit of witchcraft, or.
And I like how he's not like James Bond where everything's perfect. He'll jump over something, but then he'll land bad or something.
Yeah.
Or he'll just about make a big leap with a big gap in the floor, but he clings on and then he falls and he's back up. It's a bit of comedy.
Bit of comedy, bit of tension, bit of not perfectness.
Do you find with Indiana Jones, I kind of felt this when the new Top Gun Maverick came out last year, when you saw it and Tom Cruise goes and gets his jacket out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, they could do where he just walks up to coat hanging.
Yeah.
And his hat's there.
The hat and
you think, shit, there's the hat. It's Indiana Jones.
It's very iconic.
Just takes you back. Yeah. Yeah, I do like that. Indiana was, of course, George Lucas's dog. That was the name of his dog.
And that's referenced
in the 70s.
Last Crusade, isn't it?
Is it?
Because
yes.
We named the dog Indiana.
That's it, named the dog Indiana. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And his dog was also the inspiration behind Chewbacca as well.
Okay.
Due to its size and long fur. That's how he came up with Chewbacca.
Do you know what dog it was?
I did read what dog it was. I did not write that name on my notes.
You.
Good job he didn't have a ferret or something. Yeah. God knows what Chewbacca would have ended up like.
What I like about Indiana Jones is how he takes a beating. He really takes a beating well. Any fight he does get his ass kicked. So he does win, but he gets his ass kicked and he suffers, doesn't he?
He dishes it, but he takes it too.
Yeah.
I mean, he survived so many gunfights with his whip.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a weird weapon, isn't it, to have a whip? It's great for cinema and that, but like, I know he has guns as well, but although he does use a whip a lot to get himself out of sticky situations, I suppose.
Across ravines and whatnot.
Yep. This was, of course, I keep saying this every week, but this was the highest grossing movie worldwide of 1981.
There can only be one highest grossing movie per year. So
we are doing.
Do I need to check your stats?
No, this is right.
Okay.
About 20 million budget, and I've read a couple of different, like 389 million it took in the box office.
That's a massive amount of money for like the early 80s. It was a massive amount of money for 2023 as well, but
it was cool, wasn't it? It was a great film. Okay, shall we go through Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yep. Starts off in the jungles of Peru. Am I led to believe it's Peru?
Correct.
Yes.
That's one of my quiz questions. I'll just scribble that off.
Peru, thank you.
So that's 1 point to me.
Just need to be quick on the buzzer.
I know that because I was listening to the soundtrack on the way here, and it was a flight from Peru.
Yes, yeah. He goes to Peru.
So they're in the jungles of Peru.
He starts off with the Paramount Mountain. Have you seen that the Paramount logo comes up and then it fades into?
Yes.
It looks like a similar mountain.
Which just confused me because I always thought, well, I thought it was Disney. Well, Disney, I thought it was 20th Century Fox, but no, it's Paramount. I'm wondering why these are on Disney Plus and not Paramount Plus, but I'm sure there's some legal thing where they bought the rights at some point in time. So they're trekking through the jungle. Indiana Jones, you can't see his face yet, can
No,
you?
1936, isn't it?
No, it's set in 1936, yeah. So way back when technology was, well, there wasn't any much
Non-existent.
technology, yeah. Walking through the jungle with his bunch of Sherpas, or not Sherpas, but a bunch of people helping him out.
He's looking for the golden idol.
The golden idol. They come across
Do you know what the golden idol is?
a monkey.
It's a fertility goddess.
Oh.
It's supposed to be like a woman giving birth, sitting down giving birth.
Right. Is that a real thing then?
In this film.
In this film, it's a real thing. So
I don't
in
know if
real
it's
life,
in
it's
real
not.
life. I'm not sure. Yeah, didn't know on that one. And the guy he's with,
Alfred Molina.
Satipo, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
who is in Spider-Man 2, wasn't he?
Yep.
Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, that's right.
This is his first film.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he's Doc Ock from the Tobey Maguire series.
Wow, did not know that.
And he came back in No Way Home.
Yeah,
Yeah, he came back in there. That's it. Yep.
That's Alfred Molina.
blimey.
Yeah, all the spiders on him.
So yeah, they go in. It's evident they're being tracked. They find darts, don't they? And they're being tracked. So if they knew they were here, they would be dead already. Blah 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 blah.
The Javitos are tracking them. Aren't they?
They find the entrance. They go in. All the other guys run away, and this is. Didn't they say something like, "This is where somebody cashed in"? So,
Yeah.
and he was good. His competitor.
That's
he was
it.
good. He was very good. Implementing that Jones is even better.
Yeah, but then they found his body, didn't they?
They did find his body.
Yeah.
They go in, and this was weird. This was gruesome, man. Watching this film through, that was gruesome. Some of the parts,
The dead bodies are quite good. I think now, even now, I was watching. I think, that's a bit. Ugh.
it's live. It's like live action stuff. It's proper special effects rather than computer generated. There's a speciality to it. There's definitely a kind of feeling that's good seeing live, real effects rather than computer generated.
Little booby traps as well.
Booby traps. So again,
The one I didn't get.
80s Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
All this kind of theme stuff that's going on as well. Dungeons and Dragons.
The one I didn't get was the light. If you step into the light, then the darts come flying out. Now, did they have light sensors back in
Well,
1936?
yeah,
And-
there is.
And then go at night time.
I was going to say I'd go at night time.
Sorted.
Maybe
Straight
the
through.
moonlight would still get more
Good
starlight.
point. What if it's
But
cloudy?
You're right. We say that technology wasn't around in the 1930s, but they seem to have light sensors.
Yeah, and this was years before
sophisticated
that.
Pulleys that can carry stone and
Yeah.
yeah.
And he puts the sand, doesn't he, on, try to
He
replace
weighs
the
the
idol.
sand perfectly.
He shouldn't have took that sand out. He took a bit out just before. If he had not done that, it'd have been a lot easier.
They're my favourite lines. So they get to the chamber where you see the golden idol, and it's there's nothing to fear in here. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
I love that line. It's just like the
It's like when your kids are playing and all of a sudden there's silence.
yeah.
What's happened?
Yeah.
What have they done? They've drawn on the wall or something.
And like pressure plates, he stands on a plate and like all darts fly around.
Yeah.
All very high technology for traps back from.
What is the idol in the middle of the room?
Well, it's celebrated. It's worshipped.
Okay. I was going to say, if you're going to, I'd hide it if it was.
Yeah.
But I guess they worshipped it. Yeah,
Well,
makes sense.
Tried to hide it with all the booby traps and
Yeah.
everything. I mean,
Light shine on it, wasn't there? Yeah.
So he gets it. He weighs it out perfectly, or so he thinks.
Yeah.
And then a little pressure sensor. Again, sophisticated pressure sensor system.
And
Finally
everything's caving.
calibrated to the exact weight of the golden idol, which he just gets wrong. And then all hell breaks loose. The whole place tumbles down. Darts are flying.
Yeah, the
all
famous
over the place.
boulder scene.
The boulder scene, which again, if he, instead of running forward, would have just run back, he would have been safe.
Yeah. True.
But maybe the boulder would have blocked his
And they did the sound of the boulder. Because obviously it's like polystyrene boulder. They did the sound of a Honda Civic going down a gravel track. And that is the noise of that boulder coming down.
That's another iconic scene. When you think of Indiana Jones, there's a few scenes that you really think of. There's the big boulder with him running obviously away from it. And doesn't he land face to face with a cobra here?
Yeah, that's later on. Yes, he does.
And you feel like, oh no, that is later on, isn't it?
That's in the older,
isn't it? Sorry, yeah.
Certainly one of my favourite film scenes is the boulder.
Yeah. Because I thought it was a lot longer, that scene, but when I watched it, it was about...
Well, you try running it with a big boulder behind it, it probably seems like a mile.
So he looks brave because he's not scared of spiders. He's running away from all these things, but he is, well, you find out in later on, very scared of snakes.
Yeah,
I think it's the other way around for me. I don't particularly mind snakes, but I'm terrified of spiders. So I'd have been stuck straight away.
Oh, I don't mind snakes or spiders.
Really. He gets betrayed by Alfred Molina, his buddy.
Tipo, he's got spikes for him, hasn't he?
So there's a ravine that they cross with the whip, and doesn't Tipo go first?
Yes.
It's like, give me the whip, give me the idol.
Yeah.
Give me the whip, give me the
thing's
idol.
coming down in it, so they got to do it quick.
Yeah.
Give them the idol, and then he legs it.
Yeah. And he still makes it, jumps it, grabs over, hangs onto a vine, climbs up. Doesn't do the hat grab.
I thought it was the hat. It's the whip.
It was the whip in this first one.
I love how that's coming down, and it's nearly at the bottom, and it cuts to him again. A couple of seconds have passed. That would have been shut. It goes back to it. It's still coming down.
Yeah.
Classic sort of classic film with it coming down. But that's funny. But he makes it, and he just grabs his whip.
So Tipo, who had just betrayed him, has a violent and grisly death about multiple spikes. Again, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, even that we know it's a puppet or a model.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks brilliant.
It looks like
terrifying. It looks like there's a spike coming out of his eye with like
brilliant
strawberry sauce coming down it, but it looks horrible. It's like, oh, Jesus.
That is going to hurt.
Yes.
And he gets out, and then, of course, they're introducing Belloc. Belloc, who is played by Paul Freeman.
Who is?
He is the vicar in Hot Fuzz.
I thought you were going to say
Is he?
Yeah. Where do I recognise him from?
That's brilliant.
He's in loads of other things.
I thought you were going to say he was in Die Hard.
No, he's not in Die Hard. He is in Hot Fuzz. Doesn't he get the guns out of his thing and shoots him, doesn't he?
That's it. They're in town centre in Hot Fuzz talking about a different film now, but he's like, stop all this violence. And then he just gets... He gets mullered.
Morning Angle.
Didn't he say morning angle? Didn't he say like, oh, F off grasshopper, and then they just muller him?
Yes, something like that, isn't it? Yes, that's Paul Freeman. Belloc. He's good in this. Is he a Frenchman?
He's supposed to be French.
Yeah.
I thought he was German. But you actually listen to the script or the dialogue, and he's French, and he's a competitor.
That's it. Yeah,
another competitor.
He's like Indy, but he's a bit naughty, isn't he?
Who is rubbish. Like, he just lets Indy go in and do all the hard work, and then just comes and nicks it at the end.
Yeah. Yes. He steals it. Indy escapes.
He's commanding the Peruvians, or the what do you call them? Javitos. And he just makes his runaway. He just like, whilst they're not looking, he just pegs it.
What's that over there? And he's off.
Yeah, he's off.
It's like McFly, isn't it? Yeah. So, what's that? What the hell is that?
Jacques, start the plane, Jacques. And he makes a terrible getaway, like swinging into the water.
Yeah, again, see, it just shows
12 feet away, and they still can't hit him with a.
Well, one of them does a bow and arrow, and
it's like from such close range.
And he just goes over like the top of a hill, and the guy he just shoots up in the air. Then what he's doing? Maybe they were the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Before they become stormtroopers.
Takes off in that little biplane.
Yeah,
and Jacques, the pilot.
Have you seen on the plane on the back? It says OBCPO.
Does it?
I've read that people say that is Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And C-3PO.
Oh, absolutely. That will be a nod to. Yeah,
because obviously.
Yeah, but that won't be the only Indiana Jones with a reference to Star Wars.
No,
we'll save that one for another one.
Is in episode 1 in the background. There's an Indiana Jones dress character.
Right.
There's a lot of back and forth.
Didn't know that.
And throwing of little Easter eggs thrown in there.
Yeah. He escapes in the plane. Flipping snake in there, isn't there?
Snake in the plane. Oh, that's just my pet snake.
Did he not notice this on the plane journey over?
That's a good point. Never thought of that.
Snake on a plane. They should make a film about that, shouldn't they? Snakes on a plane. Call it...
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah. Write that down.
Okay, thank you. Good
Write
idea.
down.
So from this
Samuel L.
action adventurer, we discover that he's also a professor
Yes.
who the women love.
They do, don't they? It's
They
full of
absolutely
women.
love him. I mean, Harrison Ford, good-looking guy.
Oh, he's really good looking, isn't he? He is chiseled.
You just see all of the women are basically like leaning on their hands, dreamily staring off into.
A bit like you, Scott, isn't he?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey? Look at him. Look at his boat. Yes, he's at university now, isn't he?
He's
Studying.
teaching at university. He's not studying. He's teaching.
Teaching, sorry, yeah. They're
He's a
studying.
professor.
All the women, that woman's got, did she say love you
He's
on
got
her
"love
eyes?
you" written on her eye lids.
Yeah.
This is just a horrible place to write in biro.
Yeah. Yeah, clever. All the women do that to me normally when I go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tattoo.
Nightmare it is. Even the guy fancies him. I reckon that guy leaves the apple is secretly
what's that
gay. I think he's like,
He is,
I
isn't
just
he?
gonna leave your apple. Love you.
That's a bit weird. Thing,
Here's an apple.
isn't
Love you.
it? Teacher's pet trying to leave the apple type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's secretly gay.
He just doesn't give a damn as a professor, does he?
No.
He's just like, I mean, for any job.
He's just so used to it.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
bugger off for 3 months tracking a golden idol in the Peruvian desert. God knows how long he was there.
Yeah.
No, brilliant. And then his museum buddy comes and said, I had it. Is it Marcus? Marcus. Who's in all of the films, isn't he?
I think he is.
He's
Yeah.
definitely in Last Crusade.
Yeah, I like Marcus. He's
Yeah.
like a nice old.
Is that Denham Elliott?
I didn't write his name down actually, but let's say yes.
Why not?
You look that up.
I'll look that one up.
We'll talk, Scott. We'll just have a chat.
So, who were they talking about? I had it, and then the museum will buy the pieces that you've got. Oh, they're very
Yeah.
good.
So they cut a scene of him collecting stuff.
Right.
Going in. That's those bits he gives Marcus.
But he's just like, as Indy's all excited and chatting, he's like, well, just calm down. I've got some guys from Army Intelligence to meet with you. And they're like,
Yeah.
what? What do they want with me?
Yeah, because even Marcus doesn't know what these guys want.
They're not telling me. Let's just go and meet with the guys from Army Intelligence.
Yeah. So they go and meet the guys.
Yeah, in the main hall, and they're chatting about.
What have they got to say, Scott? What do they tell him?
It's about Hitler collecting all of the occult stuff, which is apparently there's lots of stuff based on this that he was literally obsessed with the occult,
Right. Okay.
and was collecting all sorts of arcane artifacts and occult artifacts, and people contribute that to his sudden rise to power with kind of like worship.
Yeah. So he thought he could get these things to help him.
Yeah, I think it's Hellboy. If you've ever seen Hellboy, they talk about how Hitler acquired the Spear of Longinus, which is apparently the spear that pierced Christ's side.
Right. Okay.
And he shot to his power and influence shot like exponentially up after he acquired that. Denham Elliott.
Marcus Brody.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, so apparently that's true that Hitler was obsessed with the occult as part of his kind of Nazism and stuff like that. But yeah, the Germans are, because this is 36, so
Yes.
the war started in 39.
39 and
World War II.
45. Yeah. So this was
And the US wasn't involved in that war until Pearl Harbor, so they weren't involved straight away. But they obviously had.
They should make a film about that.
They should make it.
Write that down, Paul. Pearl Harbor.
Ben Affleck?
But yeah, do.
God, what was I saying?
Josh Hartnett?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they were obviously. Yeah, Hitler was obviously on the US's radar, and his.
Yeah, they pick up Tanis, don't they? City of Tanis.
Yes.
On the radio or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then
And
also-
again, it's that thing where they mention a word, and the two people who are in the know just like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh my God, Tanis. And everyone's like, what the hell is Tanis?
Yeah, all of a sudden they got excited, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they realised that they're looking for the Staff of Ra.
The Staff of Ra, and which will ultimately give them the Ark of the Covenant,
Yes.
which was the Ark that carried the stone tablets,
Yeah, Ten Commandments.
that Moses, and it had the
If
power
you believe
of
all
God.
that.
If you believe all that.
Yeah. The army that carries the ark before it is invincible.
That's it. So again, not based in, well, some may say yes, some may say no. Think of it however you want to think, but like,
Completely made up. I do, but there we go. That's
there's an element of the supernatural, but all taken from lots of different influences throughout. Like that's what makes India so great. There's a mystery to it.
He shows them he goes straight to the page in the book to show him the ark. That book was massive, and he went straight to that
That's
page.
the equivalent of a Google right now.
Yeah.
He had an encyclopedic knowledge of.
Shows the arc.
So
and
he
all
was the right person for the Army intelligence guys to go to.
So they basically want him to go and look for it.
Well, first of all, they just went to him as a consultant, and then Marcus comes to him at his house and goes,
That's it.
They want you to go and see if you can.
That's it. Yep. So
steal it or get it yourself.
we go to his house now, don't we?
Yeah, which is Indy is well up for.
Yeah, and when Marcus gets there, Indy was. This scene was cut again. He was entertaining a lady. But they cut that because they didn't want them to show him too much of a ladies' man.
Right.
There's two glasses on the, because if you see, he's in his nice sort of
he is in
sexy dressing gown sort of clothing, isn't he?
Yeah.
You got one of them, Paul. Sexy dressing gown.
You know I have.
Jacket type thing.
Yeah, so there was a scene where there was a lady in the other room, which they cut, and then he packs. This is great. So he starts packing. It's like suitcase out, whip, gun, jacket. How cool is that? Like, I went away a couple of weekends ago on
Start with pants and socks.
Yeah, lads' weekend. I put pants, how many
socks,
needs?
speedos,
toothpaste, deodorant,
It's Kansas Stella,
charger,
the eye mask, so I can get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Whips, phone charger. They say,
whip, gun, jacket.
What a man! I wish I could do that.
Yeah, this is it. He was.
How many toilet rolls do I need? 1 or 2? I'm going for 3 days. There's a few of us.
4.
You never know.
So, it talks a little bit about like Marion's father and stuff like blah blah blah, but we don't really know anything about that until we see that he's going to Nepal.
Yes, he's going to Nepal when he gets on that plane, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why is it on the water? Were planes like that in them days? Boat plane. Gets on that.
Aquaplane.
That's it.
Aquaplane? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably still now. I mean,
Oh yeah, they still do them now.
Yeah.
Get them a lot in the Maldives. Not like been. But
here we go.
I haven't been in the Maldives, but the people
Not this
I
year,
spoke
anyway.
to, people I spoke to said that you can get like.
Yeah, I obviously do. I just didn't realise it was a thing.
Mando had a water plane.
Did he?
At the end of the film.
And they were,
Yes, of course. Yep.
different film.
Watched that
again.
the other day.
But yeah, that's how they travelled. One of the main ways of travelling.
He's got a different hat on, isn't he, when he's in the plane?
Yeah, he's all dressed all smart Indiana.
Yeah, he is so cool. Whatever he wears is cool,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So we go to Nepal.
That's it.
And you're introduced to Marion, who is a drinking goddess.
Yeah, she's hammering that guy into the table.
I love the idea of that drink game. Not just like it was his last person standing. Yeah. Just drink until you just can't. You're not cognitive.
Yeah, I would be gone
And not
after 2
only
drinks.
does she beat him, but she's absolutely fine afterwards.
Yeah, I thought that. She just gets up and then starts
She
cleaning.
gets off and she's like, right, come on, guys, clear up now.
Yeah,
She must have been drinking water. I think she was cheating.
it's 11:30. It's time to go. The cleaners are coming in. We've got to get off now.
So she's pretty nice, isn't she? I mean, she's not ideal, like not perfect, but she's pretty cute.
Yeah, I like her.
I was entertained by.
Yeah,
by
she's
Marion.
great.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
she's
see
pretty.
what Indy saw in her.
Yes, because they say when he gets there, there's been a bit of talk about this. Like, she says, I was a child.
Yeah.
You knew what you were doing. So some people are thinking, this seems a bit...
Well, these days, yeah.
And I think in the book, she was like 16, I think they said in the book.
Yeah, and he would have been uni student.
Yeah, but
college
like
student.
as a child, like I sometimes refer to myself, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm referring to myself as
I don't
18,
see
19.
it as anything the more that she was like a teenager or
Yeah.
a young
16, 17, and he was
woman.
20 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, so he studied under her father. They knew each other. They had a relationship in the past, and he buggered off.
Yeah.
'Cause he's Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Very cool scene where his shadow, his silhouette, or his shadow
comes in.
just appears.
That's
so
cool.
it's like building the image, the icon, which is Indiana Jones.
This happens a lot in the films, isn't it? It's just like the silhouette of his
Yeah.
hat. You just know straight away.
And he tries to say, we've got money if you give her the amulet, which she said, I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, come back tomorrow.
Yeah, because he offers her 3,000
And another 2,000.
and another 2,000 for the headpiece.
Yeah.
For the stuff. Is it Staff of Ra? Is what the headpiece is called, or no?
So the headpiece, and then we don't know how long the staff
Yeah,
is
that's
to be.
it. Which is equivalent to 18 grand in 1981.
Wow. So back in 36.
And now it's about 3K back in 1936 is about 95 grand now. So I'd have given that up straight away, wouldn't you?
Yep.
I've been straight on my holidays on a boat plane to the Maldives.
And she said, didn't she say it's
And
not
what,
enough?
me over Scott?
Yeah, see you there.
Not enough to get out of here.
Yeah.
She said that. Whew. So she's got a little bar. She's the owner of the bar. But tells him to come back tomorrow and reveals that the staff is around her neck the entire time. But she kind of considering she's weighing out what to do, puts it on the thing on the desk.
Indy leaves, and then the old the Nazis arrive.
The Nazis arrive. Old scary Nazi weird guy.
Tolt, played by Ronald Lacey.
Is that the guy in black?
Yeah, sort of black cap, black jacket.
With a weird shaved head. It's supposed to be like a receding hairline, but it's clearly shaved.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
He's an odd guy. Not really scary, just odd, weird.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be scary, but he's just weird.
Yeah, he wants the headpiece as well, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and he threatens torturing her with
that
something out of the
metal thing with the hot one.
And at the right time, Indy bursts in.
He comes in.
This is quite a violent scene too. This is quite horrible.
Yeah,
it's like
good
someone
death,
shot in the head.
Yes,
stuff bleeding down.
I like when he's over the bar and he's like, he looks at her and just goes, whiskey. She grabs in a whiskey bottle and then smack. And he just gets up before the fire comes around.
All very cool.
Yeah, she
practical effects.
The shot hits a barrel and then she's down there drinking it out of her. What a woman!
But I thought that was supposed to be she was going to breathe. Excuse me. Oh. Sorry. She's going to breathe fire or something.
That stinks.
Yeah. She's going to breathe fire or something, and maybe that was a cut scene.
Yeah.
But
okay, could have been
behind the bar. Probably American just shooting away properly.
Tolt grabs the headpiece.
Yes, it's in the fire, isn't it?
This reminds me of Home Alone.
Yep.
The door handle.
Straight away.
Also, if you grab something that's really hot, I let go in, like, if I burn myself in the oven, I touch it for about quarter of a second.
Yeah.
He picks it up, holds it, lifts it up, still holding on to it.
Screaming, looking at his hand.
Looking at it, yeah.
Ah!
Drop it, you stupid
idiot.
Yes.
So the conclusion of this is...
Indy comes in and the fight happens, and then
how does this thing conclude? He burns his hand. He jumps out the window, doesn't it, in a comical fashion? And
puts his hand in the snow again, like Home Alone.
Like the Home Alone, yeah.
I wonder if that's where they got it from.
May well be.
Reckon?
Yeah, because it's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
I can't remember what happened. Basically, did they get out of there, or did the whole place burn down? Or did the Nazis just retreat?
Yeah, I think they leg it because there's only like one left. Most of them are dead, aren't they? Yeah. So he runs away and then it burns down. And then she says, you got yourself a partner or something.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. You can have this amulet, but I'm coming too.
Yeah. And then the famous Indiana Jones scenes with the plane travelling
across the map.
I love those.
That is good, isn't it? Yeah. Any other films that happened in?
It probably happened back before. Actually in the films in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, I thought like a 50s film. You can imagine
but this is paying homage to those, I would say. And there's a lot of homage to a lot of old films in the action scenes and stuff.
So we go to Cairo now, don't we?
Cairo.
So this is where the dig is happening?
Yes, this is where the Nazis are digging.
Yes.
Because they found the city of Tanis, sorry. And they're digging.
We meet Salah, don't we?
Yep.
Oh?
Not Mo Salah,
Not Mo Salah.
No, he's playing in a game.
John Griffiths, who plays Gimli in Lord of the Rings, plus many other characters.
Do you know who nearly had this part?
Nope.
Danny DeVito.
Oh, wow.
He couldn't commit because he was filming something else. Was he in Taxi?
That was a series.
Yeah, I think he couldn't commit because he was filming that. But so they went with John Rhys Davies. Yeah, he is great in this, isn't he?
He is brilliant.
The big Welshman that he plays an Egyptian guy.
Yeah,
he's brilliant though. Yeah.
So they're all having a lovely time in Egypt. Introduced to his family.
Yeah, there's that little monkey.
Sunshine, little monkey, who was like, "Oh, where's my little monkey gone? Oh, where's my little friend?"
Yeah, because he wasn't his, was he? He was obviously
just someone that made friends.
He was. I know whose monkey was. Ross Geller's.
I thought I recognised it. Yeah,
that's it. Same. It wasn't the same monkey, but it was Ross's monkey. And there was one monkey in it, wasn't there? Just the one monkey.
Yep.
If you add another 11 monkeys...
12 monkeys.
Sound the alarm. Who was in 12 Monkeys?
Bruce Willis.
Oh, there we go. As close as we can get to a Die Hard reference.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
No, I didn't. That was a good one.
I thought I'd say that one. I didn't text you before. That's
weird film, 12 Monkeys.
Is it?
Yeah, have you ever seen it?
I have. Can't remember much about it.
Never seen it.
No.
Seen Die Hard though.
Yeah. Yeah, and did you know also Frank Welker did the voice of the monkey in places? We keep mentioning him. We've mentioned him a few times in the last few episodes. So Transformers.
Yeah.
He did the
Gremlins.
voice. Gremlins he did the voice of some of the Gremlins, and he did some of the monkey. I think the monkey goes, "Oh," which sounds just like Gizmo when he gets in the truck a bit further on. He goes,
Oh, that's brilliant.
Frank Welker did some of the monkey.
Good old Frank Welker.
And even the monkey did the Nazi salute, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which took 50 takes of a guy holding a grape just above him.
That's brilliant. So they're in Cairo. Everything's fine. They're just walking around, talking about, life, a little bit of plot exposition, and then
That's
all of a
it.
sudden, action!
That's it.
Out of nowhere.
In the market, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And not just any old little scene, a massive long scene.
Yeah, they're all having a go at him, aren't they?
Yeah. And again, violent stuff. People are getting stabbed and shot. And
Yeah.
Marion's getting kind of chased and
Loads of punches.
loads of, again, not clean, clear, crisp martial arts, but
Yeah.
really kind of visceral
Yeah.
stage combat, like knees that are not perfect,
Yeah.
not clean.
The punches are people hitting leather jackets. That's how they get noise of that. I didn't know that. I just thought it was like a punch which was like exaggerated with the noise. Obviously they wouldn't hit him, but like that. See? I can do it. Yes, that's funny. And then, of course, the famous scene, I think everyone knows this, was the scene when the guy with the knives comes out.
Yeah. The big sword, and it's just like the crowd clears. There's a big guy in black clothing. He's swinging a sword about, going, "Come on, let's have a fight."
And he's like, just... Yeah.
Pulls out his gun.
Do you know why that happens?
I do. And
Yeah,
this
go
is
on.
my piece. No, I'll let
Go on.
you.
No, you go, 'cause I've done a few.
No, I insist.
No, I
Let's
insist
have
on
Paul.
you. Go on. Do you know what it's, Paul?
Where this come from?
Go on, Scott. Go for it.
Wasn't he feeling ill?
Yes. So all of the cast and the crew had... Now, some say food poisoning.
It could be heat exhaustion.
Some say...
it could be
Is it
anything.
dysentery? What's
Oh,
dysentery?
yeah, that's just basically, when you go to a country and...
Yeah, So they all had it apart from Spielberg, because he didn't have it because he took loads of tin SpaghettiOs with him and he was eating them. So everyone was ill apart from him. So when filming, Indy was like, "Oh, can't be bothered. Can we just shoot him?"
Yeah, he did. I think it was a take where he just was like, "Oh God, I feel
Yeah.
bad." And they thought that was brilliant.
I wonder what the scene would have been. Would it have been him?
He would have probably had a little fighty white.
Yeah.
Uses his whip to disarm the sword. But where's the comedy?
Yeah.
Where's the comedy?
It's a
It works
classic.
so well, though, how they've done it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring a sword to a gunfight.
It's just a classic scene from the film, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It works really well. He's still fighting. Marion jumps into a basket.
She gets kidnapped, doesn't she?
And she hides in the basket and you think, "Oh, clever girl.
Yeah.
Clever girl."
The monkey's there.
Monkey dobs her in. The monkey's a little...
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah. And they just cut her off in the basket and then Indy's chasing.
Can't do this to me. I'm an American.
Yeah, that's it. And he goes into the market of loads of different baskets.
Yeah.
So what does he do? Just go and just rip everybody's...
I know. They there's like
people.
obviously washing day that day, and then he just knocks them up. Their clothes are on the floor again. They got to wash them again.
Indy!
Yeah.
Indiana Jones! Brilliant.
They stick her in that lorry, which then a lorry full of dynamite.
Yeah, high explosive ammunition. Yeah. We don't see the switch, do we?
No, and I don't know why the switch would have happened.
No.
But yeah, and the lorry, that's funny. The lorry it's going
Who's
towards
shooting it? Or what happens?
they're just shooting at Indy. Because
Right.
he's like stood in the front of it and they're just shooting him. But it comes towards him and then it's going towards like some houses and then the scene cuts and then goes back and then it's in like a massive marketplace where it flips over and then
So does it crash or does Indy shoot it?
it flips over and then explodes.
Just because Indy's shooting at it?
I guess so, yeah. Unless it just
Can't
flipped
remember
over
what
and
happened.
it exploded and then the dynamite went up.
So this is a nice scene because what would you do? He just gives up and he starts drinking.
It's such a manly scene from the 40s, isn't it? Whiskey.
Yeah, he's just drinking it neat. He got a bottle and he's just like, the enemies the Nazis just find him and he's just like, "I don't care.
Yeah.
I do not care. I've lost Marion."
Yeah, drinking in the market square, isn't
Yeah, just gives up.
Have you seen that scene? If you look over his right shoulder, so to the left as you're looking, there's a guy who walks towards the camera in jeans and a t-shirt.
Really?
So they've done all this work to make it look like Egypt.
God.
They took aerials off the roofs and everything. And there's a geezer just walking along.
So that's just continuity in error there.
Go back and watch that. If you're listening to this, everyone, go back and watch it.
So jeans and a t-shirt. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like a split second, but you see him. Yep. And then...
So you're introduced to Belloc again, and he's just like, doesn't he tell him? And there's a little bit of threatening going on and to back and forth between Belloc and him.
Yeah, he's saying you're a bit like me, but he's a dark side and he's not,
like
is he?
you type thing.
Salah sends in his kids.
Yes, to rescue him, which is genius. Everyone's laughing, but he doesn't care.
It's just there's people with guns and everything. Send the kids in. Kids!
Go and rescue Indy.
Go and
shoot
get him.
you. Are you sure, Dad? Yeah. Yeah.
They realise they're digging in the wrong place.
Yeah, so this is a cool scene because... Is this what happens directly afterwards?
Yeah, so...
the dates get poisoned, which we don't know.
Yep.
Well,
Monkey Man poisoned, isn't it? Yeah.
And
who was in Our Wiedersehen Pet? We've mentioned Our Wiedersehen Pet every time. He was I think he was called Ayatollah. He was a Turkish guy. Also, we got Pat Roach in this, who was a big character in Our Wiedersehen Pet as well.
You love Our Wiedersehen Pet, don't you?
Yep. So the Monkey Man was, did he write his name down? Vic Tablian.
Cool. Monkey Man poisons.
Monkey Man poisons him.
Monkey Man poisons the dates. A very cool scene, which I remember being, I don't know, much more tension, but it's actually quite light-hearted. Oh, this was actually, before we go to that fight scene, when we said action appeared out of nowhere? Yeah. You said about Transformers how the music didn't fit the fight scene.
I do remember saying that. I
found that actually this fight scene, when this first happened in the marketplace, going back a little bit, this I didn't think meant the music didn't meet the action, because I don't say it did.
Can all my friends have a go at you?
Well, it was just really light and cheery.
Yeah,
people were getting stabbed and shot at.
Yeah,
and actually dying. And I thought, this doesn't meet this music doesn't quite fit the scene.
Yeah,
not certain particular bits, but we're just watching it now in the background. So I thought of you, Rob, there.
Yeah,
but put my neck out. People can have a go at me. At that particular bit, it didn't seem to meet it.
Yeah,
just a bit here. So he does get shot. And he gets the guy gets shot through the head. Oh, and
put on the accelerator.
He put the foot on the accelerator and boom, and
blows up.
Marion.
That's it. So then we
find out. Yeah, so we find out that they get the guy to decipher the markings on the staff head
to locate the Well of Souls.
Yeah, and I had to actually put the subtitles on to find out exactly what was happening here. But it was just like, it's a warning about opening the Ark, but also the length of the staff. Doesn't it say 6 tanets?
Yes, you've got to get that right, haven't you? I
can't remember what it was. On one side, and then you turn it over and say, take 1 Tannock back for the god. And we find out that Balak's only got half of that translation.
Right.
So his staff's the wrong size and he's digging on the wrong place. All this time, Indy's threatening to eat a date, which is a poison date, which he's juggling around.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh yes, we've got it. Throws it up in the air.
Salah saves his life, basically.
John Reese or Salah reaches and grabs it. Bad dates.
Yeah, bad dates.
Bad dates.
Yeah. Cool scene. A little bit of tension being built there. And a bit of the supernatural as well, isn't it? When they realise that he got the staff head wrong, there's a bit of weird music and kind of smoke and mist and winds going in the background, setting the scene, building the ambience.
So he goes down to the map room.
Well, this is funny because, again, I guess no security, or not much security back then. They're able to just dress up and walk onto the dig site. Nobody
you thought some Nazis would have been just keeping guard of the map room.
Yeah, especially the map room, but nobody's really checking who they are.
Yeah.
They just kind of walk up. No one's looking. Nothing to see here. Drop into the map room. Yeah. Cool seeing this.
Yeah, safe. And then he realises where to dig.
Yeah.
Goes to the correct area. I like that scene where they fight. They're digging, but then they find the lid.
Yeah.
And the background, the sky's like thunder and lightning, stormy. Again, it's like God knows that they're finding it.
It is. It's very ominous, isn't it? Thunderstorms happening and God knows what's happening. And it's warning, don't come into the Well of Souls. Don't you go near my ark.
Why does the floor move? Snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes?
Why does it always have to be snakes?
Asps. Very dangerous. You go first.
All that time digging, and it's not very far away from the main workforce and the main army. Nobody spots them yet.
Yep.
I know they eventually do get spotted, but nobody spots them yet.
Yeah, later on,
Yeah.
They wanted more. Obviously, they're going to the Well of Souls, and that set was the same set in The Shining, the typewriter scene. They used the same movie set for the Well of Souls. It's the same as the typewriter scene.
Really, it looks nothing like it.
Yeah. They changed it a bit, but obviously.
So it's inside of a hotel, wasn't it? For the typewriter
the typewriter scene, supposed to be, I suppose, but yeah.
So it's just the set, then, the soundstage or whatever.
Yeah, it was exactly the same one because that was the year before.
So all this time as well, there's a little thing with Belloc trying to seduce Marion.
Yes, weirdly.
Giving her food and drink.
Yeah, and a dress.
And
heels.
On. Yeah.
Bit weird, but she realises if she plays along with it, she might be there.
Get a knife, and she does a drinking trick with him.
Yes.
Tries to get him drunk.
Yeah, because we know before that she's good at drinking.
Yeah.
And then Tolk turns up. You think he's got a weapon, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's a coat hanger.
That's brilliant. I love that.
I could do one of those.
I think everyone does think that when they sit there. Oh, actually, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. He's got some nunchucks.
Fold-upable coat hanger.
That's funny. And they eventually find the Ark, don't they?
They do. Which that looked heavy for two people to lift up not only the stone lid, and then the actual bloody Ark itself, which is pure gold.
The lid coming off was the sound guys. You know when you lift your toilet system lid.
Yeah,
it's that.
Those sound guys.
I'm ruining everything, aren't I?
Those sound guys are classic.
I've got a little sound effect thing to mention a little bit later on when we get to that scene.
Okay.
But it's one of those things, once I tell you, you'll probably recognise it in a lot of films.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Look forward to that.
I know the whip is used a lot. Predator uses the whip sound effect from this
film. Oh, okay.
So whenever Predator switches vision modes, we have not done Predator yet. That's the whip sound from a lot of this as well. Yeah,
could have used me, couldn't they?
Nah, perhaps not.
This is where we see hieroglyphics on the side of the Ark, near the Ark, isn't it?
Right.
Is where we see C-3PO and R2-D2.
Oh, and I did know. I remember this.
Is that what you were on about earlier?
No.
Oh, okay. So there's a scene where I think they're lifting the Ark up, and if really quickly you can see just engraved on a pillar behind, I think it is.
Is it this bit here?
It's C-3PO. It's coming up a bit.
We love those little Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And Lucas and Spielberg clearly love them too. I think it's more Lucas than anything else.
They throw old Marion down the...
Yeah.
That could have killed her.
Belloc's not particularly impressed.
No, because he likes her, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That could have killed her, yeah. She lands in the snakes.
Yeah.
Didn't Indiana Jones... Harrison Ford, in real life, he didn't like snakes. I seem to recall that during that scene where he falls down and they're in the room with all the snakes and stuff, I think it's just before Marion falls down there, he did not want to be in the snakes physically. Yeah. And they actually put a glass screen and you can actually see the reflection.
For the cobra,
To get that cobra thing is a glass screen. I remember way back, like when I was younger, watching how the movies were made program, and they showed that bit, But I'm glad that it was a glass screen because cobras are goddamn dangerous.
Well, they wanted more snakes.
They burn the snakes here as well. We just puts petrol over them and then throws, and then you hear this screaming of all these snakes just being burned alive.
They wanted more snakes, but they couldn't get hold of as many as they wanted. So they got hoses and they cut hoses to look like a lot more snakes. So maybe the burning bit, obviously they didn't burn the snakes.
I'd have hoped not.
They burnt the hoses maybe. And also Marion, the lady who plays Marion, didn't But it was a stunt double who was supposed to play her standing in the middle of the snakes. And the stunt double didn't want to do it. So the snake handler shaved his legs, put a dress on.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And for like a split second scene, like 2 or 3 seconds, I think it is, whatever.
That's brilliant.
Is a guy in a dress with his legs shaved, who
That's brilliant.
who helped out on the day.
Goddamn film. Magic of films.
Something you do, wouldn't it, Rob? You know what I mean? To get in a film, shave your legs.
Yeah,
Oh,
do that.
no need, actually.
Yeah.
So, after he escapes by just toppling a statue by himself because he's Indiana Jones.
Yeah. So it knocks a compartment down, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they escape through...
Yeah, and there's like it's like, you could have gone in this way, really.
You could have gone that way, yeah.
Conveniently, there's a block that's sort of half sticking out, a bit of light
Which
for it.
stone isn't bloody light.
Yeah.
Try and push in a stone that size.
Just pushes
He's
it out.
able to push it out.
And this is the plane. This is the famous scene with
Oh, they were going to fly it out. This
Pat
fight
Roach from having his own pet.
Right.
Has a bit of a fisticuffs, doesn't he?
He's a big dude, isn't he?
He's in all 3 of the films.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays. I don't know what the other 2 characters are. I've not looked up.
Henchman.
Yeah, basically.
This is great because he have a fight with someone. Is it the pilot? Yeah, he fight this pilot here.
Yes.
No, he doesn't. It's that guy there. He has a fight with him, and he does the classic, just like look down there, and bosh, beats him up. Nothing pretty. It's just a good old fisticuffs fight.
Yeah.
And then he's like, right, I'll get onto the pilot, and there's old Pat Roach.
He's knackered, and all of a sudden he says,
And I love it because he's all right. Oh, look at your shoe.
Yeah.
Bosh! But it doesn't work. Is it one small punch to the face and then Indy's on the floor?
He got his leg run over by the plane.
What Indy did?
In Harrison Ford when filming this, because the rubber was so soft, the wheel didn't do as much damage as it could have done. But instead of seeking Tunisian medical care, because it was in Tunisia, not Cairo.
Yeah.
He literally just carried on.
He's quite the what did he want to? What's the phrase that I've heard him before? The physical actor.
Yeah.
He's like another Tom Cruise type thing.
He likes breaking his bones. Didn't he? He broke when he came back to do Star Wars. He broke his collarbone or something with an injury with a Millennium Falcon, and
Right.
And something else he hurt his.
didn't he recently break his ankle on the new
Yeah, on the new film he did something.
Indiana Jones because
Yeah.
he sort of put the shooting back a bit.
I suppose at 79, 80, you could easily break him.
And he's here, right? There's a fight in here. He's biting people. He's getting shot at from the pilot. I mean, the peril. He's in peril like 80% of this film.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
then-
Sand in the eye. He doesn't fight plain, but you have to, you know. If you can't beat someone physically, you beat them mentally. You know, you outfox them and outsmart them.
Yeah, and then he gets chopped up by the propeller, doesn't he?
Brilliant. Again, gruesome as how she gets stuck in the cockpit, of course, because she's marry him. Peril, you know. She uses the guns here, blows up that truckload of guys. But there's fuel going. There's a danger of fuel exploding.
It's all kicking off.
But they get out, so they disrupt the fact that they were going to fly it out.
Yes, so
One thing foiled.
Yep, but now it gets loaded onto a truck.
Under a truck.
One problem after another.
And
One
again,
problem.
he must be absolutely shattered and beat up right now.
Yes.
He's just like, right, I'll go after the truck.
This is a long day, isn't it?
Yeah. This is what's great about him. And again, doesn't he ask how are you going to do that? I don't know.
Yeah, make it go along. Yeah. So he says, "Meet me at Omar's." I put the subtitles on for that.
Right.
Meet me at Omar's. Be ready for me. And that's the bit when he goes into Omar's. Is it Omar's garage?
It
Because I wondered why they were helping him.
Yeah. How they knew he was coming and how they knew what to do. But if he already kind of pre-planned that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
That dispels one of my gripes I had. This scene is hella long and very cool.
Yes, the famous truck scene.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Like, he takes on a whole truck, takes on the whole convoy, and it goes, God knows how long this goes for.
5 weeks to film, and it went on for 6 minutes.
Okay. So everyone at the moment is talking about Extraction 2, which has like a 21-minute one cut.
Okay.
Or one take kind of thing. But this, back then, I mean, this is...
It's a great scene.
You don't really hold your breath watching it, do you? It's
when he goes underneath it, you see a little trench that they dug.
Yeah.
Obviously, to help him out.
Brilliant. Nice high action, all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford getting shot in the arm, but still battling on like a badass. And saving the day, saving the Ark from the Nazis, hiding it in Omar's garage thing. They come into the square, can't see anything.
Can't see that.
Drive off again.
The locals are helping them out. So then we go onto the boat.
Yep. So it gets loaded. They're trying to get it out of the country. Loads onto the submarine, and you meet the
Captain
Karatan. I can't remember.
Another one of my quiz questions. So
is it?
Rub that one off.
Oh, I can't remember his name though.
Katanga.
Katanga.
He is Kingsley Shacklebolt in Harry Potter.
Oh right, okay, gotcha.
And he was in Flash Gordon.
Can I stop you guys there for a minute?
You can.
So I've put the scene back on the screen so you can see it. Now, funny enough, I was watching a YouTube video last night, totally oblivious it was going to be applicable today. So I'll just get my phone. Now, when one of the chaps falls from here and lands.
Yeah.
They actually call it the iconic Wilhelm scream.
Yes, I know the Wilhelm scream.
Okay.
Wilhelm scream.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
And it was it back, again, this was recorded back in the 30s, 40s, I think it was. And I can't remember the name of the film. I should have paid more attention. Anyway, so during this particular film, they needed a scream in a fight scene. And he'd done a couple of takes. Anyway, they nailed it. But the same scream has been used in so many different films. It was used in this film.
Right.
Gremlins.
Yep.
It was used in Gremlins.
I think
they listed off a lot of films.
Everything.
And I think it's been used in all the Indiana Jones films. But basically, when there's a scene and someone gets punched, you go, "Whoa!"
If you know what you're listening for, you will find the Wilhelm scream in a lot of cartoons.
Do you think people keep using it now for like a bit of nostalgic reason?
Now, it's that kind of nod to those who are in the know. In the know.
In the nude?
In the nude, yeah. There are people who aren't in the know who will just hear a scream.
Right.
And it's probably like either very cheap or it's free to use, and that's why they use it rather than record new stuff. But the Wilhelm scream, Well, I didn't realise that was in this.
No, it's when this podcast goes out, it goes obviously on YouTube as well. I'll pop a link to it's on CBS Mornings YouTube channel, so I'll pop a link.
Excellent.
In the description on our YouTube version of this podcast.
You've wowed me, Paul.
Look, I'm full of facts.
What's your first one? I don't know about 10, but yeah, right.
No, that's a quiz. Hang on.
Don't press my buttons. Right, okay.
Just rhubarb.
The U-boat. So
on the boat. A
little bit of downtime.
Indy is knackered in this scene.
It's not the age, it's the mileage.
Yeah, he is shattered, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is. That's another one of my quiz questions. Right.
For what? Seriously?
Finish the quote, yeah. There will be no quiz this week, everybody.
I'm ruining your quiz. No, I'm like 3 points up already.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't get Katanga right.
Luckily, I've accounted for this.
I thought Katanga was going to screw him over, actually. But he's
a nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he was good all the way through to the end.
Yeah.
Another nice scene.
He also was in Casualty. I got wrote down.
Katanga?
Yeah.
Scene with her little silky nightie.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, if Harrison wasn't so shattered, I'm sure he'd have a piece of that.
Well, she wanted a piece of him, didn't she?
She did.
And then he found this after whacking him in the face with the mirror.
Which I never got that, because she's like, "Oh, did you say something?
Yeah.
Did you not hear him scream?"
Yeah.
Oh, dumbass. But
he's tired. He just falls asleep.
Yeah. Wait till the next day. Absolutely fine.
Yeah. Because the engines have stopped and the old Nazis have turned up, haven't they? They get everywhere, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Didn't we see the power of the Ark as well? Doesn't it like kill a rat and burn the box and stuff
and
like that?
The rat had the rat was like a deaf rat that was ill or something. It had some sort of tumour. That's why it was doing that. I don't know how they managed to do it in that scene, but that's why. So the power from the Ark was doing that.
Relentless Indy is found swimming across from the boat onto the submarine. Doesn't explain how he gets onto the boat.
This is a big thing, isn't it? How does he get into it? Because it's locked.
Yeah.
Does that U-boat go down at all? Obviously not, because he stays on top.
Yeah.
In the book, he hangs on by attaching his whip.
Right.
Good job he took the whip.
So you're saying that this U-boat here never goes...
in the book it says that, but I don't think he has the whip on him in the film.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah. So he stays on that U-boat, rented from the production company making Das Boot.
Right.
So that made an appearance in that film as well. Then they go to the island.
Yeah. Which island? Is it clear which island this is?
No.
Okay.
It's just it's a bit of a trek though, isn't it? Because on the map
Greece.
You're looking at
That's Greece. It says Greece there.
Okay.
He's going over to Crete.
So he's in,
But Crete's just below.
in and around one of the Mediterranean islands. There.
Yeah, he keeps going further. I think. I don't think. There you go. He goes to there. I wonder what that is. Wow, it's only
Give me a second.
Yeah, but it's only a tiny rock. Look at it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an island.
Malta or something like that.
No, Malta's not down there.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you not go to school? Did geography?
He did, but failed.
Who was your geography teacher?
Excuse me.
No, you just
Optimus
transformed.
Prime.
I'm off.
Optimus Prime.
Carry on. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
because Scott's just transformed into a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, we're talking about that now, Paul. Are you going to party at the park later, Paul?
Yeah.
Go for a few beers.
What are you going as?
I'm just going to go down
Is it
there.
a fancy dress?
No, not fancy dress. Take some beers and go and watch the music. Oh, talk about the film, you mean? Sorry, right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so go to the island. Indy kicks that guard, doesn't he? And knocks him out. Puts on the uniform, realises it's too small. Little
I know that problem.
Little bit, because normally in any other film, when that happens, it fits perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The shoes fit. This is quite a good idea to make it not quite fit.
Nothing tends to go well for Indy, does it, at first?
No.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, that is what's great about it.
Yeah. And he does get shot. He does bleed. He does look knackered. Whereas anyone else...
But he ain't got time to bleed, though.
No, he hasn't got time to bleed, no. Then we go to the cannon scene. Canyon. I need to write a little bit more clearer. We go to the canyon scene. Did you know this canyon, Scott,
No.
was the same canyon in Star Wars? With R2-D2 gets
that
zapped
makes
by
sense.
the what they call the Jawas.
Jawas, yeah. Yeah.
It's
That
the
makes
same.
sense.
Return of the Jedi.
No, New Hope. At the start. It's just-
So after going back then. No, it's in. Yeah, it's.
I thought it was Return of the Jedi.
But in the New Hope when they
zap him.
crash land, R2's kind of getting.
same canyon.
Well, he's got the uniform to fit. It's either that because they're wearing it, unless he's.
He got another uniform, I think.
So yeah, Indy's again clearly making this up as he goes along. He's going to blow everyone up, including Mariam, with a bazooka. And is very easily, I think, convinced not to. Did you notice the talk or whatever it is when if you watch him? If you go
He's
back,
eating a fly.
go and watch. Oh yeah, so I wonder if that was on my telly last night.
No, it is a fly. He eats a fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder if it was on my telly last night. But no, if you go back and watch Talk when Indy first puts the bazooka at him, he basically goes, he's standing up and he goes, "Oh, for Christ." He just sits down and goes, "Right, I'll wait here until we finished." Watch him. Watch Talk. They're walking along and he goes, "Bollock!"
What is happening?
But if you watch him when he starts talking, he's got a fly going across his
a fly
bottom lip and then goes in his mouth.
Watch Talk here. He just goes, "Oh."
And he just sits there.
I just sit down and wait. I'll wait until this is all.
Can someone get rid of this?
No, I
Indy?
thought this was on my telly last night, but it goes,
walking across.
straight into his mouth.
What's that? What's that? 1 minute 50 something.
No, he doesn't even chew it. He's just stood there with his...
doesn't break stride, doesn't break speech or anything. Just eats it. Anyway,
He doesn't blow up the ark because he knows he's not going to blow it up. 'Cause he wants to see what's
but Belloc knows.
inside of it. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he knows, and Indy's just like, again, Indy doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
He's just that kind of, I'll threaten him with a bazooka. Oh, no, I won't. No, I'm just going to be a prisoner again.
Tie him up, don't they?
Yeah.
Tie him up, and they're going to go and open the
ark. A Jewish ritual, I hear earlier on in the script.
That's first time I realised that. Because they weren't happy about it, because obviously the Nazis were unhappy about the Jewish ritual.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just open it? Why did they have to do it here? What was rich? Could they not just open it then?
I presume it was they didn't want to take it. No, actually, did he say, "Would you like it that we took it all the way back to the Führer and then find out that it's empty?"
Yeah, that's it.
which we think is what's actually.
Yeah, they opened it, didn't they? And it's just sand.
Yeah.
Looks like sand. He's like, oh, for all this work, and there's a bit of sand in there. But then
The power of God.
yeah, shit starts to hit the fan, doesn't it?
Indy very wisely in the know.
Yeah, because he must have
Says,
known about
Mariam,
it.
don't look at it.
Yeah.
And the
spirits
ghosts
come out.
Reminds me of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
What a crossover this would be. If,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Venkman and all
Turn
that.
up.
Turn up and then just...
Now, these effects are even good, apart from the face melting, which looks a bit dated now. But even the ghost coming
Still
out,
gross and terrifying.
Yeah, but that face melting.
Yeah.
I was watching it.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's gruesome.
he got a lot of work after this. Apparently, the guy who did this. But this film could be made this year, and you could. It was still. It doesn't look dated, really, does it?
No.
So maybe the face melting, but even the ghost coming out looked pretty good. It looks better than Ghostbusters.
It's a cartoon, isn't it? But it reminds me a lot of Ghostbusters. It reminds me of the Pink Lady in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And the scene in Ghostbusters where
Yeah.
they're all jumping around.
Yeah.
They're all leaving the portal over New York City.
So if you don't look at it, then you survive.
I think it shows that you're
You're not part of it.
You're not part of it. You're not interested. You haven't seen the divine power of God, so you're spared.
I would have just peeped a little bit, wouldn't you? Just to
Everyone
quickly
would
see.
have.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
think.
how Indy knows what to do.
And the lid flies up, lands perfectly back on the Ark,
That's it.
and the Ark gets stored in a giant warehouse.
By top men.
Top man, there's that old caretaker
top
guy
man.
just wheeling it along the thing.
I love the thought of that. It's like, was it they say, oh, you've been what's the word when you're paid? I don't know. But you've been paid. You've been settled. The settlement.
Yeah.
The settlement's fine, but the situation.
Yeah.
Is absolutely.
Top men are working on it right now. Who? Top men.
Top men.
Oh,
I transformed back.
You transformed back. He's here.
Back in normal human now.
Hello, Scott. Now Scott's phone is on, of course, because his wife could give birth any day now. So this is why.
That's why I have to have it on.
This is why his phone is on.
Guys.
It's all right. It's all right.
I love
it's
the
a good
fact
reason.
that this warehouse, that is one thing that's lost in the bureaucracy of a warehouse storage system. But what else?
Yeah.
What other artifacts and weapons and technological things have they got stored in that massive
It's huge, isn't it?
warehouse?
All the boxes are the same size, though. It's a bit weird. There's got to be some. Well, there is alien stuff in it, as we go to realising.
Do they go to this warehouse
I think it's supposed to be this warehouse. Supposed to be this warehouse. Yeah.
That's cool.
In
the fact they
the
redressed
fourth
that.
film.
Which it has its plus points and its minus points.
I think the fourth film, if you watched it and you didn't watch these three, it's quite a good film for kids to go and watch. It had everything, didn't it? It was a bit silly, obviously, with some of the scenes.
And that was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What a film. Classic. Now, has anyone seen The Big Bang Theory? Big Bang
I've
Theory.
seen some episodes. I'm not a keen watcher though.
So
Never seen it.
There's this scene where a guy sits down to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark with his I think girlfriend or friend, and they watch it, and the scene finishes, the film finishes, and she says, it was good apart from the complete pointless bit of Indiana Jones. So even if he wasn't in the film, everything would have still happened. And the guy's like, because this is one of his favourite films, he is gutted because he realises that, even if Indy wasn't there, they'd still open it. All the Nazis would die. So what's the point of Indiana Jones? And then he goes and tells his friends about this, and they're gutted as well. But then they say if it wasn't for Indiana Jones, the Ark wouldn't get them taken back to America or whatever it was. But then he wanted it to be in a museum, but it didn't end up in a museum, did it? So the whole point of Indiana Jones is pointless to this film.
Well, I guess you could argue my counter to that is that no, we don't know if Belloc could have actually got the golden idol in the first place.
Yeah.
We don't know if Belloc would have ever found the correct stuff, found the Well of Souls. We don't know because Indy was the one who deciphered it, really.
So if it wasn't,
From that part onwards, I agree.
So Indiana Jones basically got the Germans the Ark. If he wasn't there at all, they wouldn't have even dug in that place.
No, they wouldn't.
They'd still be looking now.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, we've got some favourites.
Yes.
Go on, Scott. What are your favourites?
So favourite line will be one. I got two actually. First favourite line was there's nothing to fear in here. That's what I'm afraid of. I like the contradictory kind of element of that, and Indy knowing that there's something bad in here when there's actually not. And I also like it's not the age, it's the mileage.
Yeah, that's a classic, isn't it?
Lines.
That could be on a t-shirt, I reckon.
That's me.
Paul?
Can't think of any specific line myself. Got a favourite scene, but not.
What's your favourite scene?
The boulder scene at the beginning. I mean, this, many 20, 30 years ago, I think they still do it at Disney, is the Indiana Jones part of the theme park where you go. And obviously it's quite clear from this film, it's like the stunt show, Indiana Jones stunt show.
Yeah.
And, they go through obviously the boulder scene and then they go through the aeroplane scene. And, it's just cinematic.
Yeah, I just love that whole opening scene. Everything about it is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like a mini movie in itself. Quiz time?
Quiz time.
Okay, quiz then. Here we go. I have got for you both 8 questions this week. I think it's 4-2 in the series.
I'm doing well.
God, isn't it? 4-2 is not too bad. 4-2.
Good chance for Scott to catch up.
Okay, question 1. Where on the body did Indy first say doesn't hurt when Marion is kissing him? Scott?
Elbow.
Elbow is correct. 1-0.
Good start.
I would have said somewhere else, wouldn't you?
Wait. Why is she kissing where it doesn't hurt? She's supposed to kiss where it hurts.
Well, because everywhere she was touching, he didn't want to be touched there.
Right.
So I would have said straight away. Anyway, question 2. Do you know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, forehead.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. Question 2. What is the name of Marion's bar?
Ooh.
Paul?
Wasn't it called Marion's Bar?
No, it actually wasn't named in the film. But I believe it's in the book.
Oh,
How are we supposed to know?
Paul?
Queen Vic.
Not the Queen Vic, no.
I ain't got a clue.
It's the Raven Bar.
I haven't read the book.
Yeah, so how are we supposed to know that?
Well,
Get out.
just got to be clever. Okay, question 3. What was the name of the boat Indy and Marion chartered?
No.
Hello? Paul?
Titanic.
It wasn't. Nope. No.
Raven boat.
No, good guess.
Eagle boat.
Nope. It's the Bantu Wind.
That Raven actually makes sense now because it wasn't her dad called Professor Raven.
Yeah, it was a Ravenwood. Yep, that's it. We're still 1-0. Okay, see if anyone you can get a question in a minute. Okay, ready. Question, is it 4? Yeah, I think it's 4. What was the name of Jock's snake at the start of the film?
Oh, Jesus.
It wasn't Jesus.
Oh, God.
It wasn't God.
No, all right. I haven't rung the bell, so I can say whatever I want. I'm guessing now. Daphne.
Daphne is incorrect. It's a man's name.
Hey, don't give him clues.
You can have another go. Paul.
Rob.
No.
No.
No one know?
No, I don't know.
Shall I give you another clue?
No.
Okay. Reggie.
Yeah.
It was Reggie.
Never would have got that.
Never would have got
Still
that.
1-0.
I haven't got any of them either.
Okay. What number is written on the submarine?
I just had that scene up on here.
I know. These are good. I've done well this week.
Yeah, apart from the ones I already answered, I'm technically like 4.
Yeah, I did have to scribble off a lot. What was the number? I'll give you a clue. It's between 20 and 30. First one to get it. Paul.
27.
No. Scott.
23.
No. Paul.
24.
No. Scott.
Oh, it's just like
You don't worry about the buzzer.
50-50 of who's going to get this.
Yeah, come on. This is
Yeah,
good.
that's my chance to
You're
level up.
We're good.
25.
No. Paul.
21.
No. Scott.
22.
No. Paul.
28.
Jesus Christ. No, I think it's one number left. Scott. 26. It's 26. Oh, 2-0. God, dear.
I don't know.
That was hard work, wasn't it?
Trying to claim that point. That's not.
You can have it.
Donate it then. I'll accept it.
Question 6. What word does Indy write on the chalkboard in the university that he is teaching in? He writes a word.
Because he makes a joke about it, doesn't he? Oh, Jeepers Creepers.
No, it wasn't Jeepers Creepers.
Because doesn't he like mess around with the spelling and, the class laugh?
Okay, I'm going to give you both a clue.
Oh, no.
The clue is The Matrix. Scott. Neolithic, yes. Neo. That was good. I just thought that second.
That's quick for you.
That was good. Okay, 3-0 Scott. Okay, there are 2 questions to go. Right. Question 7. How many children does Salah have?
7.
No. We're not going to do the number game again, but just go on, Scott.
6.
No. It's 9. I counted 8, but I think it's 9. Yeah.
Right, so you don't actually know.
I'm sure.
So we could have accepted 8 or 9.
I think he don't know. He's got loads of. I can't keep counting my 2.
And that's the ones that we know of.
Yes. Go on, Salah, my son. Okay, last question. What time does the sun hit the map room? A lot of number questions here, aren't there? Paul.
Sunset.
No, because it's coming up.
Dawn is coming up.
Sunrise.
Yeah, but we want a specific time.
There was a specific time.
But also, doesn't it change like during the year?
It would do, actually. You're
6:30.
Yeah.
No,
So
no, it's a bit later.
That particular time.
It's something.
10:30.
No. I'm not going to do the numbers.
Somewhere where
we
the
will
sun
be here
don't
all
shine.
day. We're overrunning as it is. 9 a.m.
Oh, right, so it's just a simple 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m. So well done, Scott. That's 3-0.
Boom.
5-2 in the series, but good effort. Well done. Apart from the submarine question.
Yeah, I don't clean that point up.
That was dreadful. Okay. That is our podcast for today. Instagram, of course. We're on Instagram. Paul, we've got a website, haven't we?
We have the 3retromoviegeeks.co.uk or .com. I can't remember.
Okay. We do this every week, don't we? What is it? Check out both of them, and if whatever pops up.
Yeah, type in 3 Retro Movie Geeks into
We'll do it now while you're searching.
Retro
God, we are amateurs.
Movie Geeks.
Jesus. Oh, here we go. Hold on, it's coming up.
.com.
.com.
The
It's-
3retromoviegeeks.com.
There we go. Please leave us a 5-star review.
Where we got our blogs.
Yep. And when you get your podcast, leave us a 5-star and a nice comment, and it helps us out. That'd be great. We did a competition last time to win a mug, and the winner pulled out of a hat was, drum roll, insert drum roll. That'll do. Kim Ward from Coventry. It's the 80s movie girl. There was a few in the hat. That was the one that came out. So well done, Kim. We will send that to you next week or something. I've just got a couple of shout outs. Steve Brown, who one of our friends, me and Paul know, he has just started listening to our podcasts. Said he's enjoying them. He listened to about 3 or 4 in the first couple of days.
I saw Omar yesterday.
All right.
He said, how's the podcast going?
Okay.
I said, have you listened to the Batman? He said, no, I'm queuing that one up for this afternoon.
Excellent. So thank you, Omar. Thank you, Steve Brown, as well.
John Cobban is a guy who I got to listen to over the last weekend or something. So, John, if you're listening,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Wayne Thrussell said the Batman one was probably the best one yet. Brought back lots of memories for him.
Cool.
I just want to say a quick happy birthday to my son Freddie, who is 10 on the 13th of July. So happy birthday to you, mate.
So,
Happy birthday, Freddie.
hopefully happy birthday or a belated birthday, depending on when we get this out.
Yeah. So it'll be around about that time, won't it? And good luck to Scott and Holly,
Oh, yeah.
who are having a baby in the next few days.
I hope so.
So we'll be taking a few weeks break, probably back in August, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Now, I don't usually like to give away the film we're doing next time. I like to give a clue. I like to give a clue without saying what the name of the film is.
Just say Scott and Holly are going to
What did you say?
have to give away
We're
a clue.
3 men, and
Yes.
I'm having a baby.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. So join us next time. We'll be discussing a film with a baby and 3 men.
Yeah.
Hey, work that one out. Hey, it's 3 men and a baby.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
What are we doing? Okay. Don't tell everyone though.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
The resignation in your voice said,
Oh no.
okay.
I'm tired. It's hot in here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Keep it retro. Take care.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Yeah,
High fives.
High fives.